So what I want to talk to you about today is the importance of reporting your weapon lost or stolen right away. If this was to ever happen to you, do not wait. Report that weapon lost or stolen. And the first thing you should do when purchasing a weapon is to record that serial number either digitally or write it down to where you can use it for later use if it's ever lost or stolen. Welcome back to Firearm Safety Talk with Eddie. Our goal here is to use real life experiences to educate, train, and empower the community. With that being said, I would like to introduce our guest, Courtney McAdoo. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. So, Courtney, you recently had an experience to where I thought it was very important to share with the community. Could you tell us a little bit about that experience?
Yes. So I actually misplaced my firearm. I left it in a public place, which
Okay.
was Five Below. I was shopping and I left my gun inside my purse in the cart. I didn't realize that I lost my gun until I got home.
Okay.
And once I got home, the store was already closed.
Wow.
So what I did the next morning was I contacted the store.
Okay.
The manager specifically stated the gun was not there. They didn't have it, but I still went inside the store just to speak with someone because with the firearm you wouldn't leave it where you normally leave your lost and found.
Okay.
And she still stated it wasn't there.
Wow. So they told you the firearm wasn't present,
Correct.
even though they had retrieved the firearm
Correct.
inside your purse.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So then after that, I contacted Milwaukee Police Department first. And since it was in West Dallas, they told me to contact West Dallas Police Department, which I did. They asked me a couple questions over the phone, and then they specified to do a police report,
Okay.
which I failed to do.
Okay. So they told you to do a police report right away after reporting a gun stolen.
Correct.
So I think the most important message here is documentation.
Yes.
So once the gun leaves your possession, right, whether it's lost or stolen, you need to have that documented right away, and there's no time to waste. So what ended up happening after that situation?
So, like I said, I didn't report it, so I didn't go into West Dallas Police Department to do the police report. So roughly 2 weeks later, West Dallas Police Department showed up at my door.
Wow. So they actually came to your house and knocked on your door.
Yes.
And what happened from there?
They were actually coming to arrest me, but since my son was there with me, they decided to allow me to come in on my own. So the officer was really, really nice. So he let me come in on my own. I came in, and there was a no process, which means I came in, I did my fingerprinting, took mug shots, so did my pictures, and I was released right away.
Okay, so you were actually arrested and processed, fingerprinted,
Correct.
mug shot.
Yes.
Okay, so how was that experience for you? Like
It was horrible.
Right.
It was horrible. I'm not a criminal. I never experienced it before.
Okay.
I was terrified. I was shaking. The officer was like, "It's okay. We're not taking you to jail. You don't have to be nervous." So they didn't put me in handcuffs or anything.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay. So from there, you were called to go to court. You had a court date.
Well, from there, what they did was refer my charge to Milwaukee District
Okay.
first. And then what happened was the Milwaukee DA, they called me and contacted me and told me they got my referred case from West Dallas Police.
Okay.
And based upon review, they decided to do a no process, meaning they didn't charge me with anything. But in order to get my property back, I had to petition to get my gun back.
Okay. So what does petition mean?
So I had to actually schedule a court date myself. So I had to get some documentation notarized from West Dallas Police Department as well as Milwaukee Police Department.
Okay.
And then I returned that documentation in to schedule a court date.
Okay.
And they scheduled it for me, which I had today.
Okay. So at the time of your arrest, what was the police actually trying to charge you with?
Endangering safety by the use of a dangerous weapon, which is a Class A misdemeanor.
Wow.
Mhm.
Okay.
So after that, the DA basically just said we feel that she should get her firearm back.
Okay.
There's no criminal record, and there's just show no other negligence within the case. So they, granted me my gun back.
Okay.
The judge did make it clear to make a point in the courtroom, to let me know, hey, it could have went a different way.
Right.
So just be more careful when you have your firearm.
The judge, I think he made some very valid points. He actually mentioned the word negligence. And it's not necessarily a bad word, but it's one that we can use to inform the community. Just imagine all the possibilities of a firearm being discovered by like a child, or maybe getting that knock on your door that your weapon's been used in a murder or a homicide or anything like that, and you didn't report it stolen,
Right.
and it's your weapon,
Mhm.
right? So the most important thing you can do as a firearm owner is to have proper records, right? Keeping that serial number, the make and model recorded properly, making a digital copy of the date of purchase. That's all important information. So moving forward, we gotta get out ahead of it. It's very, very important if your weapon is lost or stolen, that it's reported stolen right away or lost right away. All right. So you mentioned earlier that you carried your gun or your firearm in your purse, and I am anti women carrying guns in a purse. One reason being that if I'm a bad guy, I come to rob you. What's the first thing I'm going to take?
My purse.
Right. So hopefully, moving forward, you're going to make some changes, right? You're going to use this experience to get better and become a more efficient gun owner, right?
Yes.
So what are some of your plans in the future?
Well, one, I am looking into purchasing holsters. The holster that I am looking into is a belly band holster.
Okay.
So I think that'll be a little bit more convenient. The reason I didn't have one or wear the one that I had was because of the outfit I had on, which was leggings. So I didn't want my waist, looking bulky with my gun. So now I'm looking into the belly band.
Okay, I think that's one of the biggest challenges for women as it relates to concealed carry is finding the proper holster, because women have much more of a diverse wardrobe options than men.
Yes.
However, there are tons of different ways for women to carry. So just finding the one, like you said, the belly band holsters, I think is going to enhance your experience as a carrier. I'd like to thank you for coming out and sharing your experience in order to enhance the education of the public. We're going to keep using these cases as studies. All right, well, thanks a lot for coming to the show.
No
and
problem.
We
Thank you for having
definitely
me.
appreciate you in the community.
And we appreciate you too. So thank you very
All right,
much.
thanks. Yo, thanks for watching Firearm Safety with Eddie. I encourage everybody out there to follow us on social media and also check out the YouTube channel and also check out that website, prolificsafe.com.